Okay, guys, I'm outside with some of my house plants. In the corner there is a spider plant that was living and just passed. And in the house is a different one that is doing quite well that was outside too. But anyway, I took my plants out a little bit early. I'm a little bit of a scientist when it comes to plants, and I'm always trying something new. So I brought them out like at the beginning of April. There's some warm dates. I actually have a lot of house plants inside because I live in a house plant jungle. I've got like 200 plants or more, who knows. I stopped counting. But anyway, I want to talk to you about some of the results, and this may help you in your planting. Now, I live in upstate New York, so every plant is different, and every climate is different, every day is different. And so here's pretty much what's gone on with me. The year before, I brought my houseplants into my greenhouse, and they were so happy. They loved it. They were thriving, and it was wonderful. This year, I brought them in there, and it wasn't the same results. They did not like it. The ones that were inside the greenhouse, a lot of them got burnt up. I would have actually have done better just bringing them outside, letting them endure a few cold days. I mean, even if it snows, it's not going to be kill your plant necessarily, but there's no guarantees if you bring them out early. But if for some reason you want to, like I had a lot of plants, I just got tired of having so many in the house. It's a long winter up here in upstate New York, and I wanted to start my spring cleaning, and so I brought them out. It was a nice day. I said, I don't think we're going to have that many bad days. So I brought them out, put some in the greenhouse, and the greenhouse just crispied them all up. And part of it, too, I'm sure my greenhouse wasn't as prepared as we normally have it. But if you have like a little small farm and you have a greenhouse, I mean, the best advice I have would be to wait until May 31st if you're up in upstate New York. But if you do take your plants out early, my point today is that many of them will survive. So they kind of got hardy. They're okay out here. They're not dying. They're doing well. But that doesn't necessarily mean your plants will do well. Like this one here, I just repotted, like plopped them over there because I've had an earache lately. And so what happened is I was out here and I said, oh, that plant is just overtaking. That's my ZZ plant. So I repotted it, and it was like right before a rainy day. So some plants, like I said, they'll take it and some won't. You've got the rains, you've got different things, you've got your drainage and how you're doing your drainage. And so, like this guy here, to be honest with you, he's been neglected. My mother-in-law tongue, big time. And so he didn't like get watered for a long time and things like that. So he's out here and he's probably got too much water now, but it's going to be dry here the next 2 days. And it gets really hot on the front porch, but it's only going to reach about 63 today, but these guys will all be fine. Now this up here looks like a dead pot, but actually this is a hanging strawberry plant that, I mean, just about the time I think it's dead, it comes back to life. So that guy's been good for me. This is one of those elephant ears. One died in the greenhouse. This guy's still alive, so he's out here. Nothing's in the greenhouse right now because of that. And so these are some of my plants. I have some on the back porch. The vining plants, they would not have it. They would not be in that hot greenhouse. They all crispied up and dried up right away. And fortunately for me, I'm constantly propagating, so I have more of them. There's a few I missed, but I'll just pick them up at the store. But one thing I always do is I like to propagate in case somebody, passes on, But vining plants, they seem to be the least hardy. Some of my plants that surprised me some were the Christmas cactus. They were really happy and they were fine. My mother-in-law tongue seems to be doing okay. My fiddle, not my fiddle. Is it fiddle? No, I can't think what the name. The name of it is offhand. But some of these plants, like I said, they did okay. Some didn't. And sometimes I have found, just like your kids, the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. Sometimes I'll have two exact plants. A good example of this is my nerve plant. One will survive and be good. The other one won't do nothing for me. So, anyway, that's a little bit of insight on bringing your plants outside. Of course, you're going to say, Ruthie, why'd you do it so early? But I did. It's done. It's over. But the hardiness of them. No vining plants outside early if you can help it. If you decide to, bring stuff, guys, out early, start with your hardier stuff and like your Christmas cactus and that, and see how it does for you. But it's all in upstate New York. I mean, most of our life up here is in the winter, it seems like. But just when you start to take them out, just, think about who's more hardy and try to keep your vining plants in for the last haul. And I hope this helps some of you in your gardening. You can learn from my mistakes and it helps you to be a better gardener. Okay, guys, so with that, remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. God bless.